Welcome, distinguished staff and potential investors. I want to thank you for your attention, and I appreciate this chance to present this exciting and lucrative opportunity. I realize your time is important, so I'll get right to the point. I'll first discuss what ScreenStream is and describe for you the unique value that it brings to the consumer. I will then discuss why I believe this product will be a huge success. This will be followed by a brief overview of the target market and the effective marketing strategies. Lastly, I will explain this unique and very profitable opportunity and why it will be worth your investment. So let's first ask the big question on your guys' minds. What the heck is it? What's ScreenStream? So before I describe this product, let me first tell you about where the idea came from. My product idea originated from several frustrating experiences I had trying to share a funny video on my phone while hosting a party at home. I felt the video didn't translate well when passed around to groups of friends, and it was hard to hear over the ambient noise. In each instance, there was always a perfectly good high-definition TV instead of surround sound speakers in the living room that would have provided a better experience for sharing the videos. I spent hours searching the internet for a solution to this problem, and I found that very few solutions exist, but they are very limited and expensive. The small screens and measly speakers of today's smartphones and tablets are restricting the social and entertainment aspects of these devices, and an adequate solution does not currently exist. So my solution to that problem is ScreenStream, a compact, portable, and cost-effective device that plugs into the USB drive of a HD TV and allows the user to wirelessly stream videos, games, music, photos, and other media content from their smartphone or tablet. So nearly 50% of the US population owns both a smart device and a HD TV, which represents about 157 million potential customers for ScreenStream in the US alone. My market research has found strong interest for a device that solves this described problem. Once the device is patented, ScreenStream will be the sole provider of Bluetooth technology to wirelessly stream support for all these smart devices, regardless of the maker or mobile operating system. So the bottom line is, ScreenStream provides a unique and valuable solution to a very legitimate and significant problem that millions of Americans face on a daily basis. So, why will it be a success? So my industry analysis has shown that there is a projection of almost 350 million users of either smartphones or tablets by 2016 in the US alone. There are also over 200 million people in the US who have at least one HD TV in their home. This analysis tells us that we have a huge potential market for people who would benefit from this project. The included graphic highlights the fact that nearly 50% of smartphone and tablet users use their devices for pure entertainment purposes, like watching a funny video, watching a movie, a TV show, playing games, and other media-intensive activities. Another 20% of the time, they are socializing with their friends. Another study highlights that 90% of tablet users use their devices at home. This shows us the majority of the time the tablet experience could be enhanced by mirroring it to an HD TV. So I will now begin a discussion of ScreenStream's competitors and the inherent advantages in my product. So the first competitor is wired connections, which is basically an adapter that goes from the smartphone or device to the TV through HDMI or through conventional audio-visual cables. So this provides a limited solution. It's wired, so the user is tethered to about a 10 to 30 foot radius from the TV, and also the content is usually restricted, so they're limiting the capability of their device. So the next competitor is Apple TV. So this is a great solution for most iOS operating system users, Apple users, and this is the main competitor. So Apple TV in 2012 enjoyed sales of 1.3 million units. When you compare all the iPhones, all the iPads that they sold, this only represents a solution for about 3% of Apple device users. This shows us there is plenty of market available for ScreenStream. So some of the advantages of ScreenStream over these and other competing technologies is Um, it's a small, compact, portable device that can be easily transferred from one TV to another. The USB will power it, so there's no use to plug it into the wall and have a power source. And it's really compact and portable. You can take it right out of the TV, put it in your pocket. You can then transfer it to another TV, plug it in, and be able to be using it right away. Another huge advantage is there's no need for Wi-Fi connection. So if you're at home, it'll use the newest Bluetooth 4.0 technology. It has a 300-foot radius where you can transmit the content. And lastly, some of the newest advances in this Bluetooth technology will allow for the additional bandwidth for video transmitting, which has never been capable before. And maybe one of the best options is, like I said, the Wi-Fi isn't needed. Bluetooth is free. It's just a free transmitting technology. It's wireless. And another key competitive advantage of ScreenStream is support for all smart devices, regardless of the maker or the operating system. So it doesn't just support a limited solution like Apple TV only supports Apple products. So again, all the Android and all the other operating systems of any tablet or smartphone device can use the ScreenStream technology. There will be no restriction on content, and it'll be priced at $75, which is about $25 cheaper than Apple TV offers. So I'm going to introduce you to Andrew. So this is just a fictional representation of a target consumer. So he's a 30-something who lives downtown in a major city. He loves gadgets, and amongst his friends and social circles, he is always the early adopter of new technology. He waits in line for the major new smartphones to be released and always has it at his side. Although he cannot live without his phone, he also has a tablet device that he uses almost every day. He is college educated and brings home a great salary. He has a newer, large flat screen HD TV hanging on his wall at home with a great sounding home theater system. When he doesn't have his phone in his hand, he usually has his TV on with sports or a sitcom in the background. Several nights a week, Andrew has friends, family, or co-workers over, and they usually gather in his living room to hang out. He usually has the TV on and is playing music in the background with the stereo. He and his friends' phones are always out, and they're the lifelines to the world. Funny videos and photos from a recent trip or a nice meal, or of people's kids, are constantly being passed around to each other. Andrew enjoys these interactions with his friends and colleagues and appreciates the role. The included chart highlights that over 93% of early adopters, millennials, have used both their smartphone and television over the last 7 days, showing a strong relationship or correlation between mobile and traditional entertainment hardware. So, this chart just highlights the marketing message. ScreenStream improves and enhances consumers' existing mobile devices. So the majority of some of the marketing strategy will come from exposure from online media. A product Facebook page, company Twitter account, and website will be utilized to create an online presence and community to gain product information and discuss its features and benefits. With the proper networking in place, the strategy should attract about 4,000 new sales each month. Major technology blogs and websites like CNET, Gizmodo, Engadget, All Things Digital, and others will be used to generate a buzz for ScreenStream. We will use these sites to review the product, gain awareness, provide advertising to the target market segment, and attract new customers and direct interested consumers to the product website. With each blog or site ranging from about 1.5 to 93 million unique page views each month, this should result in at least 13,000 ScreenStream device users each month. Lastly, we will utilize the newest interstitial advertising focused on mobile media. When users are watching videos, TV shows, and movies on their smart devices, they will be audience to a 30-second ad featuring the benefits of the ScreenStream product and letting users know where to purchase it, and how to find out more. When partnerships are made with Netflix, Hulu Plus, YouTube, and other popular media providers for this advertising, it will provide the highest target audience levels at 30 plus million subscribers. This should help ScreenStream achieve monthly sales of about 9,000. All these marketing efforts will ultimately lead to sales of 4.4 million monthly sales by year 5 and a monthly gross profit of 1.6 million. So the included financials show us that ScreenStream will suffer from a loss of about $320,000 in the first year. This will be due to startup expenses, which will be described in the next slide, and delayed sales due to patents and prototype development. Things will turn around in year 2 as sales grow and a profit of $238,000 is reached. As the product is proven and promoted, sales will grow over the next 3 years and fund staffing and marketing increases to expand sales. By year 5, ScreenStream will enjoy net sales of $50 million and gross profit of almost $20 million. This shows a return on investment of 81% in year 5, along with a return on assets of 63%, debt to equity ratio of 0.3, a quick ratio of 17.08, and a current ratio of 4.37. After year 1, the break-even point will be greatly exceeded in terms of both unit and dollar sales volume. So, I'm going to just discuss the startup costs. This is where your involvement comes in. I will need an investment of $1 million to fund the company in years 1 and 2. I'll also be investing in $150,000 of my own money as a show of good faith and my trust in this company. The startup costs are a necessary and important foundation for the success of this business. These funds will be used for initial activities to secure patents, pay attorney fees, and develop the prototype. The majority of the money will be set aside to secure and outfit an office in the Seattle area and pay the wages of the staff who will oversee the business in the first few years. The remainder of the funds will be used for marketing activities to promote the product and garner growing sales. Next, we will discuss the most important aspect of this presentation. What kind of a return can you expect as a potential investor? So this chart is the most exciting part of the pitch to me. It shows the potential in this idea to provide a healthy return for both myself and, importantly, for you as a venture capitalist. I am offering a 44% stake in my company for a $1 million investment, which will be used to cover startup costs and a buffer to fund operations past the first year. In return for your generous funding, you can expect to gain total investor profits of almost $6 million or a 5-fold return on your investment. Upon reaching sales of $2 million units, or penetrating 25% of the market, ScreenStream will seek acquisition. Possible suitors will be sought from popular mobile manufacturers, leading HD TV companies, among other options. ScreenStream will function as a financially and operationally sustainable business, but will also present a complementary option for mobile device manufacturers looking to boost the value of their product offering. Once certain metrics are met, whether it's sales targets, market share, capital reserve levels, liquidation activities will be activated for the initial investors to recover their investments and collect their returns. So this concludes my proposal for ScreenStream investment opportunity, and I hope you will decide to join me in this amazing opportunity. Thank you for your time and attention.